Hi YouTubes, so I just recorded this whole freaking video and realized I was shouting the whole time, so now I have to re-record it. The first thing I need to do in this video is apologize for the delay. So I am so sorry about how long it's been since I posted my last video. I realize that it's obscene, but I have not had any minutes, mainly because I wasted my minutes reading and writing and stuff. And, grade 12 has been something I wasn't ready for, so yeah, videos. My life has totally calmed down now. I actually have a lot of free time after school that I didn't realize was free time until I thought about it yesterday. That I can, make videos for you guys. Yeah, and then the second thing I gotta apologize for is the weird quality of this video. I don't know why, but my SD card situation isn't working the way I want it to, and it's not really, lining up and it's not working. But I'll figure that out by myself as soon as I can. It's just I can't figure out how to get my actual camera to function anymore, and that's the camera I had taken all the videos on, and now my videos for YouTube are not functioning. So luckily I got all the videos from Japan, all the pictures from Japan off of it before it happened, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, so the video is going to be about the LABO school. Sorry, my dog just made a death sound. What the heck? Yeah. So mainly this video is going to be about what to expect with LABO school. Because there's a lot of things I want to touch on for you guys to just make sure you guys are relaxed and ready for it. So yeah, I'll just kind of dive right into it. And yeah, so one of the first things I think off my head that I want to tell you guys about is traveling to and from school. Now I remember being really freaked out by this because if any of you know me or have met me before, I am directionally challenged to a fault. I cannot walk around my hometown, well, my current hometown. I cannot walk around my town in Canada without getting lost. If I walked anywhere but the main street that's behind my house, or I guess in front of my house, if I walked anywhere but the main street in front of my house, no idea where I'm going. I would be totally lost. So walking around in Japan looked terrifying. I remember going on Google Maps before and hunting down the streets of my host family's houses, which sounds creepy now that I think about it. But mapping out in my head different ways to get to their house, by going through street view and walking around or whatever. But yeah, no. It looks terrifying, but I can promise you it's easy. Your host family will never abandon you. They'll never make you think you can't. They'll never be bad. Is basically what I'm saying. Your host family would not just make you go by yourself. So the first day for most people will be the day that your host mom or your host dad or whomever will walk you to school. So basically what they'll do is they'll make sure that you know how to get from your house onto the train, off the train, out of the station to the school, because that's basically the long triumphant march of the exchange students. I guess it's not an exchange, but the homestay students. But yeah, they'll make sure that you know how to do that. They'll make sure you know how to get to and from school, and it's a really easy process that usually only takes one day. One kid did get lost for 2 hours, I remember, but he was eventually found. And well, he wasn't found. He eventually figured himself out and got to school, but for the most part, yeah, everyone was fine. My host mom brought me to school 2 days in a row because I didn't even ask. I think she just knew I was directionally challenged. She gave me a map and she put the directions on the back. Well, I put the directions on the back in English. She just told me, write down this and write down this and make sure you know this in very broken English. But yeah, she's a saint. Oh my goodness. Yeah, she brought me the whole way twice just to make sure that, I wouldn't get lost. Which was important. And after that, it becomes really easy. The walk from, I lived far, Komae is where my first host family lived. And then, I took the Odaku line, I think. Yeah. Just, that word makes me so nostalgic. I took the Odaku line from Komae to Shinjuku Station, and from Shinjuku Station, I walked to school. So I walked to the station, got on the train, got to the station again, and then walked again. So it was a long hour and a bit, I think, was the time, because the 20-minute walk and then the 40-minute train. I don't know. It was a pretty long, I think it was just under an hour or maybe just over an hour that it took me to get to and from school. But your host family will never just like, go explore Japan. You'll be fine. It's an easy walk, and yeah, so nothing to be worried about on that front. Second thing I kind of wanted to tell you guys about is the school itself. We had a rotating cast of teachers. I wasn't sure. I'm not 100% sure if it was every day we had a different teacher, like for a week, and then we would rotate because we had like a Wednesday teacher for sure, like one who was always there on Wednesdays. Because I only remember 2 of the teachers, unfortunately. I'll probably go through my camera and confirm it like in a few weeks. But if any of you guys know, like if any of you guys were in my class, or whatever, please put in the comments, what happened. Because I know we had a rotating cast of teachers. I'm just not sure how many there were. But yeah, basically, we had different teachers, and that was a really great way because they had varying degrees of English knowledge, and it was just great. And it's easy and it's not hard. Like I was in the basic class, and I saw the advanced class. I know had a pretty intense atmosphere, But for the most part, everyone in that class was also super nice. So actually, for the whole part, I liked everyone that I went to school with. But yeah, no, it wasn't a problem. It was really easy. And yeah, so just basically, the actual school itself isn't anything to be overly worried about. Just, pay attention, try not to be too loud, and all that fun stuff. Another thing that I kind of want to mention is probably, I'm going to forget. Oh, trips after school. If you get a message from your host mom, or your host dad, or whomever, like a little note to give it to your teacher, you have to give it to your teacher the day, I think, that you go to your trip, and then you can go, and you go after school and for wherever. I went to Akihabara with 2 of my friends, and it was really fun. We went to karaoke and all that, but I had to get a note from my host mom to go. I'll make a whole video about that trip maybe. I don't know. But yeah, so you just get a note from your host parents, and you can give it to the teacher, and you can go anywhere after school. I went to the Hyakuren shop a few times after school, and I didn't need a note, but yeah, that was because it was on the way home. So anything like on the way home, I'm not sure if you need a note for. We didn't usually get one because it was just like 2-minute stop in Hyakuren shop, go home. You know what I mean? Yeah. Another thing to mention is probably homework. You don't really get any as far as I know. Like, for the basic class, we never really had any. Anything that I did was usually me studying something that I didn't quite understand in class the first time, me going over my notes for something else. There is an oral test at the end, and I'm not going to play that down like it's nothing, but it's not hard at all. If you just, know the basics, and you kind of, remember what the teachers taught you, like, kore wa, are wa, sore wa, like all that fun stuff, like the really basic, like what's that and what's that, like, variations of words, and the things that they actually teach you in class, like the full phrases that they teach you in class. The teacher will ask you a question in Japanese. I usually mumbled the answer back in English because it helped me think, but she seemed to be okay with that and actually seemed to like it. And then I would mumble her question back in English, and then say the answer in Japanese is how you have to do it. Yeah, no, it wasn't hard. I'm just gonna say that much. It's nothing to stress about. You don't need to study like crazy to get, good on it. I don't actually think I know anyone who studied like really hard for it. I kind of like on the train there for that day, not on the train there, but on the train home, I think, the day I found out, I did check my notes every now and again, and I did sit at home, like, after hanging out with the host family. I would go up to my bedroom and, like, for a little while just study and look at it, but it wasn't anything that I stressed about because it wasn't hard, and I knew it wasn't going to be. Another thing, I guess, is probably school trips that I'm going to mention. This video is already getting really long, and I'm not sure if I'm going to edit it or not. But school trips are really easy and really fun. Like, I don't know, I just said they're really easy, but they are really easy. Sometimes you do get little pages, like, where's this, and fill this, but the moment you've done that, you basically have free time. Like, we went, Asakusa for one of the trips, and I went to Studio Ghibli for one of the trips. I went to the Animation Museum for one of them, and we did go to a park for one of them. It was, like, excruciatingly hot that day, though, and, like, the long line for the vending machine. Vending machines in Japan is going to be a whole nother video. I'll just tell you that right now. Vending machines in Japan are the shit. Anyways, but yeah, no, trips were very fun. We went to the Metropolitan building, the Metropolitan building, I think twice, with the class by the end of the school year, or the school month, I guess is what we'll call it. Yeah, no, it was super, like, it was laid back type trips. It wasn't like, if you do want a trip in like Canada, for example, how you have like this huge sheet and you gotta fill in this big description of what this is and like where is it and ask this person this. Though you do have that sometimes. You go there and you be like, you have to ask this person this. Like I went to I don't know, I went somewhere with some of my with my partners. We were in a group of I think 5. And then we had to ask random strangers questions like, where's this and where's this? And if we got there, we would take a picture of ourselves with it, but ask someone else to take the picture of us so that we were all in it, because it was like a kind of testy thing, I guess, to make sure that our Japanese functioned. And yeah, it ended up working out really well for a lot of people. It was a really fun, trip and experience for us. So yeah, nothing to be worried about on that front either. Yeah, so that's about, I think, all I'm going to say about school, because it's nothing extremely, stressful or, hard. But yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about school. If you have a specific video request, put them in the comments. If you have a question regarding LABO school that you think I didn't cover, also put them in the questions below. I will try to get back to them as quickly as I can, and if, you have a question that's, like, super valid, and I'm like, why didn't I answer that in my video? Like, a question that's, like, needs a full video to itself, I'll probably make, like, a things to expect when you go to Japan, Nihongo school, things to expect when you go to Nihongo school, part 2, probably. Who knows? But yeah, so it's not hard, yeah, so do that. Sorry about the late videos. I will try to make videos more regularly, and yeah, if you have anything you want to see from me, let me know. I will probably post some more pictures and videos from my trip, and I do have a few videos in mind, like my trip to Akihabara, because that could just use a whole video to itself. And yeah, so that's all I'm going to say, because this video is obscenely long, and yeah, so have a great day. Thanks for watching, and sorry about that delay again.